Hey Ronnie and Ted, Bridget here. I just wanted to go ahead and start out on the balcony of Majestic 2306. You can see everything from here, and there's a couple manta rays just doing the most. I thought that was really pretty. You could see them pretty much everything here. Really beautiful day, really calm water. But that's not why we're here. We are here to show you the condo. So this is the balcony. I wanted to start out here, obviously, not only because it's the best, we just have a better view with the lighting going in. I feel that it gives you a better idea of what you're working with. So you could put tables out here. You could put four-seater, you know, and some loungers. I think that works best. With this, I did take a look at the balcony doors and the windows. They look great. I do think that the sliders will need some, you can hear the sand, just the rollers need cleaned. There's local companies that can kind of come out and do that. But let's go ahead and get after it. I did look beforehand and turned all the lights on. This is a sleeper sofa, so yes, we're right. That's totally keepable. We could keep this easily. This one's got a bit of wear, but these look to be newer. Okay, I don't think this is a sleeper. I don't believe. Oh yeah, that pulls out too. So this is the kind that pulls out. So if you wanted to sleep on that one, you'd have to move her all the way over here. But I mean, people do it when you're at the beach. So get you kind of an idea. These blackouts look relatively new, and it looks like somebody painted in here. This kind of thing right here just drives me crazy. I don't know why, but this is like the rental manager special. They must have tried to tape it and it fell. That table is just not going to cut it. So if you did like this unit, we would have to probably put your table here. Circular table I find fits best. But you can obviously work with the configuration. This chair here can go on this opposing side. You could kind of make this table, repurpose that, sell it, put it outside, do a variety of things. Either way, if you've got a table like this here, it's most likely going to end up outside. I remember this was a question. So let's go ahead and take a look here. You can see I can walk through here just fine. Get a good angle here. Now we're working with popcorn. A lot of what I see here is original, just from my experience on the beach and my experience here in Majestic. All of the doors here, the cabinets, all of that's original. This will come with everything, wall art. I know that you had asked that. It is in desperate need of some renovating for sure. Definitely want to come in and honestly, I think demo this, but it's definitely dirty. So if nothing else, clean it. And I'm looking at a few examples of maybe some water damage, and I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. This, I don't know if you're a fan of white appliances. They're not terrible, but this is in need of some new appliances. Obviously, we're looking at the stove here is really rusted out. That's typical with anything metal close to the beach. This doesn't need replaced at all. So this is GE. If you wanted to go in and put in maybe some updated stainless that are matching, kind of give you an idea. These lights do really date it, so if something could be done here. And then you have a tremendous amount of counter space. So this can be reconfigured to be flatter unless you like the elevated portion. A lot of people don't. They like to bump that out and make it smooth across. It's your choice, really, truly. I did note this looked to be pretty decent. Having some frost over issues, but nothing bad there. Pretty decent. For rental purposes, this is good enough. All of these doors, you can tell they've been pulled on a lot. It does come with all of these kitchen items. Those must be the warranty information, but every door has sort of that laminate material. You could have some success with refacing, but I did notice when I was looking down here, I always like to look under the sink to see if we've had any leaks from the sink or garbage disposal or anything. It just looks like it's just old. and it looks like water had been there at one time, a little rusty. Okay, kind of give you a good idea there. Okay, and here is the size of the pantry to kind of give you a better idea. Good amount of space in there, just perfect for what you need for a one bedroom. Now, lots of water, what I said, the trim pieces, let's just go start out at the front. I'll find that would be the best place to start. Okay, right when I walked in, I'm like, holy moly, rough. All of that trim needs to be ripped out and that repaired. We need paint here. I find that, you know, a wall treatment oftentimes along the wall here will help protect your wall. This is where everybody comes in, brings suitcases. They're not supposed to bring luggage racks in here, but that will happen. And you can see we got kind of like a jetted out area right here that you could put some storage pieces there if you'd like. But let's give you an idea about what we're working with. And then the door here. This is the outside of the door. And I have another video showing you, but that is that third door here on the end is a trash door. And then on either side of the hallway down here, where the blue area is, that's where your elevator would be. And down the hall there on the other end is where your elevator would be. So kind of give you an idea. The door needs some love. You can kind of see that here. This would be why the price point is where it's at. It's been reduced to address some of these things. So right when you come in, you have this first bedroom, and this would be the master. You were asking me about the quality of the furnishings, so we're going to take a look at that. I noticed in here we need some shears or something, some curtains. That would truly help here, but this is the window situation. This is the hallway view. A lot of condos are like this. There is a premium for condos that have the master bedroom Gulf facing, and if you wanted to look at something like that, I can kind of help you out. Mattresses, they don't look bad, but I noticed there was some staining, and that's to be expected. You have a king size in here, and then you've got the two, that's typical box springs, and then you've got this mattress here. You might want to replace it, but they've got just a ton of padding. And don't worry, this is the rental manager did this, and I'll tidy that back up, but just a ton of padding right there. So you've got the laminate floor here. I'll look and see if we've got any matching to kind of get an idea of what that is. Maybe the owner might know. But these here are solid wood, so you could work with these furnishings. They're pretty good quality back in the day. I mean, you could even consign them. We do have a ton of consignment options in Panama City Beach. So you got some decorative pillows here. It looks like that the property manager just isn't taking out and using, but I would imagine that they would be here. They're kind of the nautical theme to match that. And then you've got this thing. I find that these are just not necessary anymore, but there's probably a TV in here, but you can't put much of a TV. Oh, wow. You got one of the big old daddies. You can't see here, but that goes way back. So in my opinion, this whole thing could just go. And we have companies out here that will come and remove these. Actually, sometimes they say we don't even want them because they are hard to sell. So let's take a look at the bathroom. Okay, so you've got shower tub combo. It's great to have a tub for guests. This looks like a jetted tub. Does it function? That would be the question. That would be, you know, for a rental manager, or not our rental manager, but our inspector. We'll have to take a look at that and see. I don't want to fill it up with water because it is a rental, and we could have a check-in today. kind of look here. Some of the bath mats in there. So yeah, pretty basic, and you can kind of see that they've got the curtain here. Not sure why. And that's me. Hi. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. So this looks like a relatively new washer and dryer. It's a stacker unit. You could do the independent units on top of one another. These here, this looks pretty new. These are about $1,400 to replace if you needed to eventually. Not too bad. The dryers just really stink on those, I can tell you that. So here's the HVAC closet. And this is kind of where we have to kind of store all of the stuff utility wise. Now the unit itself doesn't look too bad. I know there's a trick that might to know the age of it. Oh, date of manufacture, April 2019. There we are. That's the date. And then I can check the date down here of the water heater. I'll have to, I don't see it there, but in middle of the video here. So I did notice that the wall had been cut out, and that could have been from a leak from a unit above here, or this one could have leaked and this had to be replaced at one point, which could explain maybe the water there, or that could have occurred. That could have occurred from a variety of things. That could have been a storm where we had the sideways rain kind of come in, but the hallways are designed for outflow, and it is sloped downward, so the water should, you know, theoretically be moving down. Anyway, the storage, you were asking about that. There is no outside storage that I'm aware of from the listing, and I don't believe they have that here in Majestic, but this is the housekeeping closet. So that is locked, but this is where your cleaners would stow all of their sheets, linens, things like that. So here is the cute little bunk area, and they have kind of like put the kids to bed here. Put a curtain here, and then the bunk itself, it looks pretty solid, but I mean, you can tell like there's some cracking that had occurred here. I mean, kids go wild on these things. They do like backflips and all sorts of stuff. So that right there is just most likely coming from the collection of the, how do I put this, moisture coming from the balcony door being open. A lot of times guests leave the balcony door open. There's ways to get around that, but you know. I did take a look, just as I had in the other room. This is what you're working with, the typical cheapo mattresses, and then they added the padding, of course, and a mattress protector, and another sheet, so lots of sheets on this bad boy. And then the trundle here, it does function, but I'm not gonna mess with pulling it all the way out. But I did notice that there, so that needs to be remedied in one way, shape, or another. You know what I thought was really cool? I've seen some units that put TVs in for the kids, so there's no TV in here or anything, but if one could be mounted, you know, either here, like a little station or something like that. I know a lot of parents really like that, but nowadays kids have tablets, but it is wired here for that purpose. With an outlet, and I cannot tell you why. It must be like this in another country. They've got, every single condo has upside down outlets. All of them from around this time, built around this time, have upside down outlets. Not in every room, but a lot. So, this very colorful area here. Glass shower. The door is all right. I mean, you could work with this or renovate it. Bright. I'm not sure that's your flavor, but it's the kids' bath, you know. Most likely you'll have them in both bathrooms because a lot of kids really need the bathtub. And so white in the hallways, yellow, beige in the bedroom. And then I should show you this here. You know, this popcorn, just a little bit of that there. And again, we have a moisture, we have a lot of humidity in Florida, tons. And what I have noticed, any popcorn or anything like that, anywhere where guests want to leave get the door open, run the AC, you're going to have a collection around the vents, typically of moisture, which can create mold if you don't run the AC. So these floors are in pretty good shape. I don't see a whole lot of bowing or warping. I did notice in the other room that they weren't really maybe put in. The install was probably not so good at the transition, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. There's like little holes, like gapping. Drives me crazy. But here is the view of the living room. No light on that. So no light other than that and the lamps in the living room here, but the views are great. I think this would really work for you. There's a lot less overhead in a 1-bedroom with a bunk where you can sleep 6. So this works for a single family, a family with kids, or if you're trying to bring 2 families and you can deal with the whole sleeping in the living room. That's always a good option. I'm telling y'all, the stingrays are going crazy today. I gotta give you the show here. Got pods all over the place. Really cool. And we're here almost December and people are still swimming. Pretty cool. So just a quick run through there, and I'll leave you with the view of the beach. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.